Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chop It Up. Alongside Jimmy Acevedo, I'm Eddie Castro.
We'll be talking about some of the hottest topics in sports, whether from football, baseball, hockey, wrestling, boxing, name it, we'll talk about it.
Maybe even throw in a little tennis.
Maybe, who knows. Anyway, let's start off the day
with the Royal Rumble, which is this Sunday night for all you wrestling fans out there.
And you can get it for
$9.99 subscribers for the WWE
You know what
Network.
I'm saying? Anyway, man, let's start it off. Who you got?
You know what? If you would have asked me this about a month ago, I probably would have said hands down Roman Reigns. But I'm gonna do a little flip flop, and I'm gonna take Daniel Bryan on this one. I think that the WWE needs to push him. He needs that movement after the injury. And I kind of think that if Roman Reigns wins it, first and foremost, I think it's a little bit too soon to give Roman Reigns that push and to put him in a match against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. You automatically have to make this move and make this push for Daniel Bryan to win it, to give him that hero look, because as we well know, John Cena is at the tip of his career. He's not going to be the WWE's babyface no more. And as much as Vince McMahon and Triple H may not see or view Daniel Bryan as the face of the WWE, fans love him, don't they, Jimmy?
They love that man. I'm telling you, man, the reaction that boy gets, it probably since Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I agree.
That reaction is just natural, and it's organic, and you can't fake that. You know,
right.
As soon as that music hits, you hear thousands of people just saying yes, yes, yes. You can't fake that. And I agree with you with the Roman Reigns. It's way too early to push that boy to the main title. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, mic work needs so much work on.
His promos are horrible.
Promos are horrible. It looks like he's reading from the script. He's reading from the script. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm getting from when I see him on TV. Also, he needs a mid-card title, a mid-card singles title.
Absolutely.
Back in the day, guys like Mr. Perfect, Bret the Hitman Hart, those, all-time greats, started off with mid-card titles, with the Intercontinental title, which propelled them to the WWE Championship. And I think if you're going to give Reigns a Royal Rumble, you're setting up another a crowd turn. Meaning, like they turned on Batista last year?
Yes, perfect example.
It's gonna get even worse, and you're gonna mess up Roman Reigns' character. You wanna make this guy the poster boy of WWE. You wanna make him the next greatest thing. But if you give him this Royal Rumble, and on top of that, just imagine if he eliminates Daniel Bryan.
I think WWE cannot screw up on this. They made a big error pushing Batista as much as they did and having him become the winner of the Royal Rumble. You automatically got to make this move. I think Daniel Bryan has to win this to get WWE fans in tune to watch not only Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, but as pay-per-view as well. You got to automatically make this move. In my opinion, Daniel Bryan will be the 2015 Royal Rumble winner and will go on to WrestleMania.
Let's get back on that Roman Reigns topic. First of all,
does he have the intangibles? Does he have the intangibles?
No, he doesn't. Because I'm going to tell you why. He doesn't have the movesets. All you see from this guy is a spear, a Superman punch, that drop kick on the apron of the ring, and a couple of headlocks, rest holds. That's all he's giving you. That's even worse than John Cena's five moves of doom. You just need to... He's just very green, and this guy has so much potential. And if you just rush him, you're going to destroy something great. And I think, my prediction, I think WWE going to give the Rumble to Reigns. It's a great mistake, but I think they're going to give it to him.
I honestly don't think that this is a mistake that WWE needs to make. I don't think that this is a mistake that Vince McMahon should make. You got something good with Roman Reigns. You gotta bloom bring him in. You have to work him in. You can't rush him so far. He hasn't had any quality matches
It's been
to even put him in a championship contender.
Less than a year.
It's been less than a year.
Less than a year.
If you're not going to give Ryback that push when he first started out, why would you give Roman Reigns that push?
They did give Ryback a push, and look what happened to Ryback. Went down all the way to mid-card with Curtis Axel. Losing tag team matches. You can't... The point being, you can't rush. You can't rush things, man. Especially with somebody like Roman Reigns, who got the look, got the charisma. He got... You know what? The thing is, they just need to give him bullet points. They need to give him bullet points. Don't go and give him a script to memorize. Because it looks like he's... When we see him on TV, he's reading. He's memorizing a script. He's talking like he's memorizing a script. And that's hurting him.
That's an excellent point you bring up there, Jimmy Acevedo, because I think one of the things... Not to go off topic with the wrestling point, but one of the things that makes Bray Wyatt so great, not only is he a great wrestler, but his promo skills are absolutely wonderful. You get people in
top of the line
to want to talk about. You almost want to watch his fights. His promo skills are unbelievable. It's like the Undertaker of 20 years ago watching Bray Wyatt. So if Roman Reigns, I mean, it may be high praise, but if I had to.
I can see what you're going for.
Bray Wyatt, in terms of the promo skills, you would have to almost go there.
But Undertaker never spoke. Paul Bearer.
Yeah. But his skills,
his presence,
his promo skills, his presence gets WWE fans drawn to want to watch him. And that's what you want to have with Roman Reigns, especially if he's going to be the quote-unquote poster boy long after John Cena leaves.
Just give him bullet points. Just give him bullet points and let him shoot. And see what he can give you guys. And what's your final four of the Rumble?
I've been flip-flopping all week. But I'm gonna make it short and sweet. I'm gonna go Reigns. I'm gonna go Daniel Bryan. I'm gonna go Rusev.
Interesting.
And I'm going to go with the Big Show.
Ooh, Big Show. I got Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, and Bray Wyatt. It sounds a little crazy. 3 baby faces, 1 heel. But those are the stars of your company. Those are the stars for the next 10 years. You gotta showcase them. Right. It's time to shoot that youth movement up.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, those are my final four. Like I said, I think WWE is going to make the mistake and give it to Roman Reigns. I disagree with it, but I think that's going to happen.
Fact is, the WWE needs to make this Royal Rumble exciting and unpredictable. For the past few years, it has been so predictable and it's been so nonchalant. I mean, let's take it back a couple years ago when Kevin Nash came out with the Big Daddy Cool Diesel look, and he found out what Just for Men was, and he came back with the whole Diesel look. Let's bring that back. Let's do that.
Nah, I think you can't repeat that. But yeah, I mean, we discussed the Rumble. Now let's talk about the championship match, man. Now talk about. I really don't know. This is not predictable. This is not predictable at all. I really don't know what the hell is going to happen. I don't know if Lesnar's going to walk out with the belt. I don't know if Cena's going to beat Lesnar. And then Seth Rollins is going to cash in the Money in the Bank case. I don't know what the hell is going to happen.
I honestly think that this was one of the few brilliant things that the WWE has done. Putting Seth Rollins in this match almost as a wild card figure. Because... let's be honest, we're all tired of seeing Cena, Lesnar. Let's spice it up a little bit. Yeah. Put a little whipped cream in the hot chocolate.
Yeah, that's cool. That's sweet. But, yeah, man, I don't know. My predictions for that match, I got my predictions for that match is Cena is going to walk out Philadelphia, the WWE champion. Rollins is gonna try to cash in, but the return of the Viper is gonna stop that from happening.
Wow. Okay, now that would be exciting.
Randy Orton, baby.
I I got Lesnar winning this match for the simple fact that it goes to my prediction with Daniel Bryan. They have to build Lesnar as this big bad villain, and everybody likes a good superhero and a villain. So I think Bryan Lesnar is must-see TV. Bryan Lesnar, everybody wants to see that. I do, however, feel that Seth Rollins will play a big factor in that match. I just don't know how yet. I can't really put my finger on it, but I think Lesnar will be walking out the champion.
We'll see. Sunday, 8 o'clock. WWE Network, go get that. Next topic. Todd Bowles, New York Jets. What do you think about that move?
Wednesday was official. Todd Bowles will become the 18th head coach in New York Jets franchise history. And I think it's a pretty solid one. First and foremost, the culture has to change within the Jets organization. Rex Ryan, no pun intended with Rex Ryan, but you can tell with every interview and every press conference, it was almost like watching an episode of Mad TV. And I think
But Jets, you loved it.
It was good to watch, but after a while, after a couple of years, it got boring because it was basically feeding the same soup to a child.
With no results.
You want results. New York is a big market with a big media, and if you lose, you will be dogged down, and if you win, you will be praised like a god. Yes, that's just how it is in New York. And I felt Rex Ryan's voice was a little bit robust after a couple of years. New York fans gave up on him. New York fans stopped listening. New York fans stopped investing in what he was saying because the message just wasn't delivered. And I think down the road he lost the
locker room. I mean, I don't think he lost the locker room because till this day the players love him. The players love Rex. You know, he's a players first kind of coach. I look at Rex like, you know, that parent, that dad with his son, right? He's that dad that want to be his son's friend rather his father. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You get my drift?
Absolutely.
And I think, okay, cool. The first 2 years, AFC Championship game. Dad, you cool. Like, you know, that connection. But after a while, the son gets too comfortable with the dad. You know, and looks at the dad as like, you my boy instead of my dad. And I think that's what happened in that locker room. They loved the guy. No disrespect at all towards the guy. But I just think it was time for a new voice. And I think this Todd Bowles guy, I mean, look at this. It's almost like destiny. This guy, he's from Elizabeth, New Jersey, right? Coming back to Jersey, that's where the Jets play, right? And they play the 3-4. His defensive scheme is 3-4, just like Rex Ryan.
Right.
So right there, the Jets' defense is not going to be changed drastically because it's the same formation as 3-4 defense. Another one is check his defensive numbers when he was the defensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals last year. They were 9th in total defense. 9th in total defense. 9th in total defense without these players. Are you ready for this? Pro Bowl players. 9th without Carlos Dansby, who went to the Cleveland Browns. Darryl Washington, who was suspended for the year. You know, drugs. Darnell Dockett and John Abraham out for the year.
Right.
Abraham, what, concussion? And Darnell Dockett, torn ACL. The Kobe Bryant injury. Achilles tendon. The torn Achilles. 4 Pro Bowlers. Without those guys, 9th total defense. Top 10 NFL total defense. Just imagine if they had those guys there. Don't even worry about Carlos Dansby. The guys on your squad, Darryl Washington, Darnell Dockett, and John Abraham. Just imagine if that was there. Well, been top 5, top 3 defense.
Well, you got to remember, the Arizona Cardinals did start the season 9-0, and a part of that was the heroics of the Todd Bowles defense which averaged 18.7 points per game during the regular season without those players that Jimmy mentioned.
Mm-hmm. And another key component why I think this is a pretty good move for the Jets. What was their weak flaw last year on defense? The secondary, right?
Right.
And this guy, Todd Bowles, was a secondary coach throughout his whole coaching NFL career for the
seasons.
Browns, Cowboys, Dolphins, Eagles, and even the Jets in the year 2000. He was a secondary coach.
Right. And even though he has very less experience in terms of a head coach, we got to put out that he was the interim head coach of the Miami Dolphins a few seasons back. And he was 2-1.
3 games.
2-1. Not bad. But it shows production. And that's what the Jets need, is production.
Yeah, but no. Jets need a quarterback. That's what they need.
The Jets need anybody. The Jets need anybody.
They need a quarterback. They got the receivers. They got the receivers.
Excellent move by the Jets. The culture needs to change. It's not going to be too rowdy as it was when Rex Ryan was there. You're going to see a very low-key presence from Todd Bowles. But I am begging Jets fans out there, you have to be patient. This is a situation that they're not going to win overnight. You got to remember, they also hired a new GM in Mike Mannigan. And Mike Mannigan and Todd Bowles only knew each other 8 days. I got milk in my refrigerator older than that. So this is a situation where it has to be patient. But I honestly think that this is going to be a good situation for the Jets. And with Chan Gailey as an offensive coordinator, look to see the different look in terms of the offense as well. With whether it's Geno Smith, we'll have to find out. But with $45 million in cap room, the Jets can make a big splash in free agency. They have the money to do it. They need to do it.
Who are they going to get? There's nobody out there.
You know, if I was the Jets, I would go. I mean, even though you do say they need receivers, I think one more solid receiver would be good. I'm looking at a Randall Cobb from Green Bay.
Randall Cobb he's a number 1 receiver for them.
We needed number 1 receiver. I was one of many people that said that Eric Decker is an excellent receiver, but I went on record and saying that he is not a number 1 receiver. He got paid number 1 receiver money, but in my opinion, Eric Decker is not a number 1 receiver, and I'm not taking anything from him. I just do not think that Eric Decker is the answer to the Jets' solution.
Nobody said he was. He's their number 2 receiver. The number 1 receiver is Percy Harvin.
Yeah, but all the Jets are going to be willing to pick up the $10 million option.
They got the room. They got the room. Percy makes some noise. Percy makes noise.
Percy does make.
You better keep Percy. You better keep Percy.
The Jets have to keep Percy.
You don't keep Percy.
Percy Harvin.
Why would you make that trade?
Percy Harvin is an upgrade.
If you're not going to keep Percy Harvin, why in the world would you make that trade? To keep put him what? How many games he played with the Jets? What, 6? 7?
Yeah, 7
Something
games.
like that?
It was great.
So you're gonna throw away a draft pick for 7 games and just throw him out? You got the cap room. Why not? He's a game changer. It's a game breaker. It's not like he's Ryan Leaf in it. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Ryan Leaf, look that name up and you'll know what I'm talking about.
The fact of the matter is, there isn't going to be any Wayne Corbett walking through the door. The Jets need to do something with their receiving corps, and they need to do something with their quarterback situation.
They need to do something with that secondary. That's what they need.
Darrelle Revis.
After next year. 2 years on the deal.
He could opt out. Well, he's got a $20 million club option which the Patriots is most likely to decline.
Well, we'll see what happens. Next topic. The wonderful New York Knickerbockers.
Oh, where's the bag in my head?
Where's the bag in my head exactly? 7-36. 2 years ago, this team was the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. Last year, they didn't even make the playoffs. This year, they're in the gutter. How does that happen? How does that happen?
Well, I think you gotta look at a lot of things. The difference between player and coach is different. Derek Fisher is learning how to coach. let's face it, it's very difficult to run that triangle offense. And you have to have the players installed in that system to be able to run it.
That's the problem.
The thing is, can Carmelo Anthony, fascinating scorer. In my opinion, he's one of the top scorers in the NBA. But can he make other players around him? In the triangle offense, Jordan made players like Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Ron Harper. Yeah, let's throw in Bill Whittington, made better. In LA, you had Shaq and Kobe, Robert Horry, Rick Fox. And then
Steve Kerr with the Bulls. You can't forget Steve Kerr.
Can't forget Steve Kerr.
Big shot, Steve Kerr. You can't forget that.
Judd Blursler, you too.
Listen, all I'm saying is,
can Carmelo Anthony make other players better?
No. I'm a big Carmelo fan. But Carmelo is a scorer. He's not a person that would make what I want to say. I don't want to trash Carmelo Anthony. The dude is probably top 10 greatest scorers ever in the NBA history. This man could score in the paint. This man could take it from the three. This man could go hit the elbow shot. Like, he could score from anywhere. So I don't want to trash him. But what you need is a real point guard. A pass-first point guard to run this system. Phil Jackson ran the triangle in Chicago. You had even Ron Harper used to play the point in Chicago. Right. And he wasn't even a point guard. But they put him there. And you know what happened? He was team first concept. So whatever, pass it. Steve Kerr. In LA, triangle offense, they had your boy Derek Fisher. Pass first. That's what you need, is a pass first point guard. And Shane Larkin ain't doing it. Shane Larkin is not doing it. Unless he wanna take some of the DNA from his father as an athlete to be the best at his sport, like his father Barry was for Cincinnati in the MLB. It ain't happening, brother. Shane ain't doing it.
I think this is a matter, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but this is another situation where Knicks fans have to be patient. I think Derek Fisher will ultimately be a great coach.
It's not his fault.
Is it going to happen?
Overnight? Hell no.
No. And I think it's unfair for those who are out there who are pointing the finger and asking for Derek Fisher's head. Look, this is not an Isaiah Thomas situation.
Oh, God forbid.
This is not a Don Chaney situation. This will get better, but the triangle offense works within time. And I hate to say that from the Knicks fans who are impatient just like myself, but it's the honest truth. This will take time. Nobody on the current Knicks roster is going to be the future plans for the New York Knicks. Amari Stoudemire is in the last year.
Minus Carmelo.
With the exception of Carmelo Anthony.
Exception of Carmelo.
Is going to be in the future plans of the New York Knicks. Amari Stoudemire is finishing up a 5-year, $100 million contract, and it is very unlikely that the Knicks will re-sign him unless he takes a pay cut. But I do tell you one thing, and a lot of people are not recognizing this, even though it has only been a handful of games, if there's one person that you're going to bring back with Carmelo Anthony, it's the youngster, Langston Galloway. Look out for that name, guys.
Yeah.
Langston Galloway has shown the intangible of wanting to play, and he has done what very few young players have done. He's got 4 years of college, and with the games and the points that he has put up, as well as the smarts that he shows on the court, you can see a player with 4 years of college basketball. Langston Galloway is a type of person and player that is going to show you that not only is it about the money, but it's about the game. Langston Galloway is making...
Don't put this boy
He's not making Carmelo Anthony.
Don't put this boy on a pedestal yet.
Let's just do that. But
no,
but I'm not doing that. But I do see charades of how excited the Garden was when Jeremy Lin was around in 2013. Langston Galloway has brought excitement to that team. Are they going to win 20 in a row? No, they're not. But if there's somebody that you're going to bring back to help build Carmelo Anthony, whether it's on the bench or a starter, I think the Knicks should invest their time with Langston Galloway, the youngster from the Westchester Knicks.
They just need all the right pieces, bro. They just need all they need to clean house and just. I like what they did with JR. Get him out of here because JR was just poisoning the water, man. Taking too many damn shots.
What do you feel about Shumpert?
Shumpert, I don't understand that to this day. I don't. Some people do, but the only reason I don't understand it because Shumpert was the only one who played defense.
Right.
And as you can see, those triangle offenses, right? You always had a defensive dominator, right?
Right.
You had Dennis Rodman with Chicago, defensive shutting it down.
That's right.
You know? Over here in L.A., well, not over here, but in L.A., Kobe, lockdown defense. Shaq, he'll drop you if you go in that paint. They don't got that. They don't got that attitude. They don't got that bad boy image from the Detroit Pistons in the 80s.
They haven't had that image in a long time.
If
you're going to build a championship,
forget the Pistons. They need to get that intangible in 1993, 94 New York Knicks, Oakley. You know, that Oakley, he will punch you in your face if you go in the paint. Anthony Mason, he will drop you. Go in there, Patrick Ewing.
They definitely need
Patrick Ewing, yo. They need that intensity back in New York, man, because it's just horrible, man. 36, right?
7 and 36.
7 and 36.
7 and 36 is currently
New York
the
City.
worst record
New York
in the
City.
NBA. The mecca of basketball.
New York City, 7 and 36.
This is the mecca of basketball.
It got so bad. It got so bad that ticket prices that were $75 dropped down to $36.
Can Phil Jackson
New
turn
York,
this franchise
New York
around?
City.
Can Phil Jackson turn this franchise around?
I think he can. You just need to give him time. You need to fill in the right holes. You need to get the players that's capable of playing this triangle offense. You can't just plug in people and just go play the triangle. You can't do that because it's not an easy system to learn. You know what I'm saying? And will Kobe and will Melo even get it 100%? I don't know, but that's our best player, top 5 player in the NBA.
Well,
we can't get
not to make any excuses for Melo, but he is dealing with a sore left knee that caused him to miss 6 games so far in the 2014-2015 campaign. Do you think he's making a mistake playing with the injury?
I think he's just playing to get into the All-Star game because it's in New York City.
I agree.
Represent the New York Knicks. That's the only damn thing we can get represented, right? That's good.
He's the only All-Star for the Knicks.
Represent for the oh my God. Yeah. I think he's playing right now to be the starter in the All-Star game. Or even be in the All-Star game because the All-Star game is in New York City. After that, you think you're going to see Melo on that court? He's calling it in. After the All-Star game, out for the year and rest that knee, which is the best thing to do. Because there's no reason for that boy to be on that court. You invested, what, $126 million?
Yeah.
Right? $126 million. You're 7 and 36. Why the hell you got your $126 million player on that court when you damn sure know you ain't going to no damn playoffs?
I definitely think the point that you just made plays in the fact of Carmelo Anthony. You're coming in with a new 5-year deal. You have the big contract over your head. And if you don't perform in New York and you just sit out and give up, the media will talk and the media will eat you alive. So maybe Melo in the back of his head is thinking almost that he has to play to show that there is some toughness not only within him, but he can go out there and play despite the adversity that this current New York
Who's cutting the checks? Media or Dolan?
That's something Melo has to think about. I don't think it's the right move.
I'm Dolan. Sit him down after the All-Star game. He ain't going back on that court. I'm investing $126 million on this player. You think, and we're not even going to win this year. We're not even breathing the playoffs right now. Why
There's no playoff on the horizon for the New York Knicks.
There's no reason for him to be on that court.
Last question. We have a couple of big-time free agents. With the culture that's going on with the New York Knicks, how are you going to pitch the idea to have a LaMarcus Aldridge or Tobias Harris or Marcus Gasol to even want to come to New York to play alongside Carmelo Anthony. How do you pitch that if you're Phil Jackson?
You're Phil Jackson. you do a Pat Riley. The rings. Drop the rings on the table. I came in. I'm Phil Jackson. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to the players. Dropping my rings. Doing a Pat Riley. Because that's what Pat Riley did for LeBron. He dropped all his championship rings. You want this? Sign the name on the dotted line. I'm going to tell him that. And I'm going to tell him, listen. I came into the situation. It was wrecked up. This whole situation. I cleaned the mess that was here. Now, I'm trying to it's like, alright, you moved into the house looks nice from the outside, and you go inside the house and you see paint, right? You see dirt, you see rubber on the floor, ripped up carpets, chopped up tiles. What you do? You clean the mess up. After you clean the mess up, you bring in new supply, new tiles, right. New paint, new carpet,
right?
Help be my new paint and be my new carpet. Let's build a championship team. I cleaned the mess. Now, let's make this fantastic. Now, let's make this clean.
Well, I tell you,
that's my pitch.
If Phil Jackson cannot fix this New York Knicks franchise, which is sinking before we even see it,
call it the Titanic.
Alongside Jimmy Acevedo, I'm Eddie Castro. Thank you for watching Chop It Up. We'll see you next week.
Latest.